finally something happened. There was only 4 games last night, but the trade season is officially upon us. So let's hurry up and get to all this goodness. So the Portland Trail Blazers and the Denver Nuggets have agreed upon a trade. The Nuggets will receive Mason Plumlee, aka the one who didn't just have his career ended by Blake Griffin the other night, in the Blazers 2018 second round pick. And the Blazers receive Jusef Nurkic, not Nikola Jokic, but the other one, as well as the rights to the Memphis Grizzlies first round pick in the 2017 draft, so this year.
Wait, SDC, why on earth were you so excited about such a trash trade? I mean, Mason Plumlee was the best player traded and he's just, you know, alright.
Hey, chill. It's better than nothing, alright? Let me be excited. So whenever a trade goes down, people always ask, who won that trade? However, this trade is one of those trades where it's kind of beneficial for both sides. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a look at both sides to see what it means for both. To start, let's take a look at Portland. Now, I know the Blazers fans wanted to see a much bigger trade, you know, getting someone that would actually help them right now, a difference maker. And coming in from Denver right now, at least, that definitely isn't Nurkic. Now, Nurkic is a young player with some pretty good upside. Back in Denver, he averaged 8 points and just under 6 rebounds per game, alright? Wasn't getting a lot of minutes either. And he had a couple of nice games here and there, especially back in the beginning of the season where he actually started over Jokic for a decent amount of time. He does have some upside. However, as it stands, Plumlee, like I said earlier, is the better of the 2 players in this trade. But this trade gave Portland something it really didn't have: assets. They acquired another first round draft pick this year and was supposed to be an extremely deep draft. So that's a huge plus. And then you look at the fact that Plumlee is set to be a free agent this offseason. And if you're the Blazers, you already have one of the most expensive rosters in the NBA. I know you really can't tell from looking at outside of the Millennium column, but it's true. So do you really want to keep another player on this roster that is underperforming and probably end up overpaying him just like you did Crabbe and Turner and still be stuck in the same situation you are now? Well, of course not. And that's what this trade was. It turned a future financial liability into more assets. Even if they don't keep all 3 picks that they have right now, it gives them options, and that's something they really didn't have many of before this trade. As for what it means this year though, I think it means they're basically not too high on making the playoffs. Could they have kept their roster and traded for a player that will help them in the playoff push? Well, of course, but what's the point? It's not like this team hasn't been in the playoffs before. Once you make the playoffs a couple of times, the goal often becomes to advance yourself further and further to ultimately get close to the goal of winning an NBA championship. Long story short, this was a trade to get assets so they could better build a team going forward, not to make the playoffs this year. Now for Denver, trading for Plumlee seems a bit strange at first, considering they already have a really good center in Nikola Jokic. But this was a move to solidify their depth. For the 3rd time, Plumlee is the best player in this trade, and he's not a bad player. You know, he's an athletic big, not a rim protector or a rebounder, but he can pass a bit and catch some lobs, stuff like that. I feel like they're most likely going to bring him off the bench behind Jokic. Maybe they'll even see some floor time together sometimes too. You know, they're both big men that can pass, and of course Jokic has some range on the offensive end. So if they ever do need to go big, that is an option. Basically, they are the exact opposite of the Blazers. You know, they're a good young team that is currently in the AC out West, and getting that first playoff experience, even if it does mean most likely getting swept in the first round by the Golden State Warriors, is a step in the right direction. Denver has tons of assets, and to be honest, I'd be extremely surprised if this was their last move this trade season. You hear Wilson Chandler mentioned a ton, Will Barton, Danilo Gallinari, you know, tons of assets. So don't be surprised at all if you hear them mentioned again in the trade talks in the near future. But that's about it for the trade. You know, it wasn't anything huge, but still, this is just the beginning. And now it's time to get into the games from last night. Yo, which one of you Knicks fans summoned Shenron yesterday? Where y'all find the Dragon Balls at? And did y'all use y'all other wishes? Because you know you could hook your boy up, I could use a wish or two. The Knicks got the win over the Spurs last night. Kevin Garnett was absolutely right. Anything is possible. 94-90 is your final score. Carmelo Anthony with 25 points and 7 rebounds. Derrick Rose had 18 and Porzingis had 16 points. And the Spurs had the worst shooting night on the year. I mean, Kawhi did his thing last night with 36 points, but then your next best player was LaMarcus Aldridge and his 15.
SDC, 15 isn't too bad.
On 5 of 16 shooting, and the Spurs shot 36% from the field and 20% from 3. Goodbye, Reggie Jackson. I know it's happening now. Like, I'm 100% sure that it is happening now. It better happen now. Yo, he barely played last night. He logged 17 minutes and had a whopping 6 points on 1 of 5 shooting from the field to go along with an assist. And the Pistons made a fourth quarter comeback to stun the Raptors 102-101. Kentavious Caldwell clutch. He had a couple of huge shots down the stretch, including a 3 with 13 seconds left in the game to give Detroit the lead and the win. Tobias Harris was also hot off the bench. He had 24, and Ish Smith still showing that he is the best point guard that the Pistons have, as he scores 15 and dishes out 5 dimes. Oh, and KCP finished with 21 on the night. For Toronto, I thought they were going to win it heading into the fourth quarter. I was a salty Pistons fan heading into the fourth quarter, and then stuff happened. DeRozan finished with 26 points. Alright, it is official. Jimmy Butler is Chicago. He is the team. He sat out another game last night against the Wolves, and the Bulls got absolutely throttled. 117-89. Andrew Wiggins scored 27 points, and Karl Anthony Towns chipped in 22 points. And I gotta give props to where props are due. Rubio, you have been playing pretty well recently. I will give you that. Still doesn't change my overall view on you though. He had 17 points, 11 assists, and 6 rebounds. Bobby Portis and Doug McBuckets had 16 apiece for Chicago in the absence of Wade and Butler. Anthony Davis versus DeMarcus Cousins. Another battle of the bigs after Anthony Davis trumped Karl Anthony Towns the other night. This time though, it was Cousins who got the best of Davis as the Kings beat the Pelicans 105-99. DeMarcus Cousins, 28 points, 14 rebounds, and 7 assists. And Darren Collinson had 20 points and 8 assists. AD did go down swinging though, as he dropped 32 and 10, but Buddy healed. Buddy healed. There are a lot of people you can mold your game after in the NBA, and I'd rather see you molded after Kwame Brown or Smush Parker than starting to become the Nutcracker 2.0. But that about wraps up all the action for the day 111 recap of the 2016-2017 NBA season, and now it's time to get into the player of the day. Yesterday, you guys selected James Harden and his 40 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds as your player of the day. And here are today's candidates. You have DeMarcus Cousins and his 28 points, 14 rebounds, and 7 assists. Ricky Rubio makes his first and most likely last appearance with 17 points, 11 assists, and 6 rebounds. Carmelo Anthony with 25 points and 7 rebounds, or Kentavious Caldwell Pope and his 21 points, including 5 in the final seconds, including a semi-game winner. And you guys can go vote right now. The link to the poll will be in the description box below. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like on it if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more daily NBA videos. And until tomorrow, keep getting the buckets, Team SDC, and I'm out of here. Peace!